doing something more important with my life.
Worrying about that self-worth again, Prince Topher.
It all just comes too easily.
The fact remains, sire, you will be king, and very soon. When your sainted mother and father passed and left you in my charge, I promised them that when you came of age, you would be prepared for your reign.
I know, Sebastian, I know. And I think I am ready to be king. But the problem is, I don't know who I am yet.
I'm sure it will come to you. Until then, might I suggest faking it?
Really?
You wouldn't be the first, and you wouldn't be the last.
To the castle? To the castle. Still, these questions nag me. Nag. Oh, no, not you, Buttercup. But sometimes I just wonder. Me, who am I? A far from perfect guy. A jerk who wants to do what's right, but often does what's wrong. A kid whose voice is way off key, but likes to sing a song. A guy who dreams like a lion, but wakes up like a lamb. Me, who am I but the guy I am? That's who
His Royal Highness, wrist of a Rupert, slayer of dragons, pitiless to ogres, destroyer of griffins and giants, no friend to gargoyles, dragons, nice to the needy,
No, I got it.
sportsman and poet, a guy who dreams like a lion, but wakes up like a lamb.
Who am I but the guy I am?
He's our hero.
Stop.
Such perfection.
Oh, you don't mean that.
He's the kind of guy who we'd all like to be.
Oh, I appreciate that.
What's the use of self-reflection?
Sorry, yeah, too much.
Church bells will ring when you are king. People will sing. There is no one quite like me. His Royal Highness,
Who am I?
Christopher Rupert,
A far
slayer of dragons,
perfect guy.
pitiless to ogres,
A bum
destroyer
who
of
wants to do
griffins
what's
and
right,
giants,
but often
no
does
friend
what's
to
wrong.
gargoyles,
A child whose voice is way off key, but likes to
sportsman
sing a
and
song.
poet,
A guy
swordsman,
who dreams like a
statesman,
lion, but wakes up
Whiskey
like a
dancer, sailor of
lamb.
the oceans,
Who am I
surveyor
but
of the mountains and
guy
valleys.
I am?
He's a prince. What a guy! What a guy! What a guy! What a guy! He's a plain and simple, complicated, fascinating guy. What a guy! Ha! You there, impoverished person, fetch us some water.
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't talk to her like that. How do you know she's poor?
Look at her, she's filthy.
Here you are, sire.
Thank you, young lady. That's very kind of you.
It's just water.
Give her some money.
Really?
Yes, it's charity. You have things and she doesn't. You're going to give her some of your things so she doesn't have a revolution and take, well, all of your things.
No change? Any spare change?
The moment charity is mentioned, out comes every layabout.
Here you are, old woman.
Thank you. Bless you.
No! Be careful, my lord. Many of the very poor have weapons.
Be God with you!
No, good sirs. This is merely Crazy Marie. She lives in the woods and comes to town only to gather what others throw away. She is gentle in every way, sweet and delicate, but not.
Well, I can see that she's not a threat. Gentlemen, sheathe your swords. You are a good friend of Marie. How lucky she is to have a true friend like you. I wish I had a true friend.
I'm standing right here. Shall we journey on?
Very well, Lord Pinkleton. Be well, young lady.
I don't want charity.
Well, take it then as a present in admiration for a true friend in this world. Buttercup. Yeah! Oh, shoot. Wait, stop. Go back. Sorry about that. A lot on my mind. Yeah!
Thank you for saving my life, dear Ella. I shall return the favor.
Oh, I didn't do it to have a favor returned.
Oh, I have a shawl here. It only has a few holes and smells of cabbage. You can wear it.
Not necessary. But what a handsome man that was. And so kind and generous.
That is but not a man. That is Prince Topher, slayer of giants and dragons. He has just returned to us from university. He is to be crowned king.
That man, a world leader. But he appears to have a heart, mind, and soul. It can't be. Marie, you're crazy.
Yes, I am. But that does not change the fact that he is our own Prince Topher and he has returned to be our ruler. Look at your coin, dear.
Oh, why, it is him. From the left. Oh, such silly ears. And the crown doesn't help things. He should wear a floppy hat. Here, Marie, take this coin. Buy yourself something warm to eat.
Why is it always the very poorest who are the most generous? It breaks my heart.
Here is our Jean-Michel. He will spout gibberish now and bore us.
Be nice. Good day, Jean-Michel.
And do you know why the poor are the kindest, Ella and Crazy Marie?
No, but I have a feeling you are about to be most forthcoming.
Because it is a corrupt system with a smashed moral compass.
You will forgive me if I just stagger about and mutter.
Tonight, I will be going alone to protest the corruption that riddles our government. You must come with me.
Cinderella! That is Madame, Ella's stepmother!
I shall shout to the prince. He will have no choice but to listen.
Cinderella! You are in harm's way!
I have a vision for what this kingdom could be.
Cinderella, help me with my parcels this instant! Cinderella, lazy stepdaughter, help me with my package. Careful, careful! No one knows the extreme torture I am subjected to. I'm ignoring that. Charlotte, Gabrielle, come, daughters, come.
We are here, Mama. We are exhausted being as beautiful as we look.
Cinderella, idle girl, help your stepsisters with their shrewd purchases. Into the house, daughters. The real ones.
Madame isn't always terrible. Sometimes she sleeps.
Gabrielle, I brought from university a book for you with pictures of how people in other lands live and how they govern. Norway, Italy, Japan.
I have mentioned my interest in these places only in passing, and you have brought a whole book? Couldn't you?
And 4 days from now, I would like to take you out on a date. I'm organizing a soup kitchen. We need someone to stir and ladle.
Gabrielle, do not talk to that man. We are teetering precariously between upper middle class and lower upper class. We cannot be seen talking with her. Revolutionary! Into this house at once!
Why do I even care? Why do I try? I'll never be good enough for her. I shall take this book and burn it.
Why not give the book to dear Ella?
If it's quite all right, Jean-Michel, I would love to look at your book of how other countries live.
Then here, Ella, take it. I shall go my way alone and live my own life. I'm a loner. You're coming with me, right?
Of course.
Good.
so long since I've owned something just me.
Cinderella, get in there and clean the kitchen.
Oh, I've just finished it.
Then prepare the dinner.
The dinner's on the stove.
Then the beds
The
must...
beds are turned down, and your bed clothing is all laid out.
Well, where did you get that book?
Jean-Michel just gave it to me.
How nice that people just give you gifts. Still Daddy's little girl. And what's this doing here?
That's my father's coat.
It's rags.
It's all I have left to remember him by.
It's rags now. Clean the porch with these rags.
I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl, men go mad, for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a thief in Calcutta, I'm a queen in Peru, I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous type of sport, and yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to seek my quarry. Then I find I forgot to bring my gun. I am lost in the jungle all alone and unarmed when I meet a lioness in her lair. Then I'm glad to be back in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be.
Just as long as I stay in my own little corner.
All alone in my own
little chair.
Your Majesty, a list of the lords entreating thee.
A list of the lords entreating me with what?
105 requests.
That seems a lot.
I'll take this. Your Majestic Highness, in honor of your upcoming coronation, we proudly proclaim your kingdom a land of plenty and bounty. May I have the imprimatur of your ring on this other announcement?
Oh, yeah, sure. What's it for?
It's complicated. Do you really want me to go into it? Prince Topher, listen!
What was that?
You
must take responsibility for your actions.
Who's that yelling from the other side of the moat?
The people are being treated unfairly by your government.
Well, he seems upset.
Rabble-rouser! Ignore him. I have this new law which forbids any... Well, actually, if you let me have the ring, it will save the trip.
Should we listen to what he has to say? I mean, people were never mad at Mom and Dad when they were in power, were they?
Your parents had the good fortune to be royal in a time of plenty. But since their unfortunate demise, I've done my best to rule this kingdom. I've done my best to raise you in the finest schools.
Hello? I'm talking here.
Well, maybe we should invite him up for a talk.
Ignore him.
I will not be ignored. If you won't listen, I'll shout this to the town square.
Shout this to the town square. Well, it looks like it's time for a distraction.
What kind of distraction?
A royal wedding.
A wedding, nice. And, that works?
Like a dream every time.
So, who's gonna get married?
Well, you.
Me. Me? I don't know any girls. You sent me to an all-boys school off in the woods, and then to an all-male university on an island. Why would you do that to me?
Oh, for this happy day, I'm going to find you a bride. Oh, happy the day.
This is nonsense. How are you going to find me a bride?
We shall have a magnificent ball dancing. What? Every eligible young woman who can afford a nice gown will attend. That is a wonderful selection process right there. If you can't afford a nice dress, you have no business marrying a prince. Now, all the guests will be in masks. You will dance with every girl, and at the stroke of midnight, everyone will have removed their masks, and you will have found a bride.
Wow, that's fast.
King and queen on the throne, I am there to guide you through all your decisions. It's really a win-win.
Well, how is any girl gonna fall in love with me so quickly?
A valid question which we will answer sometime later. Now, Lord Pinkleton, I want you to tell this to all. A pronouncement. An announcement. His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert,
Please don't use
Windermere,
my phone.
Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot
Herman.
Gregory James, he's giving a ball.
Sebastian dancing. Can we please talk about this?
No. Now is the time to act. No other time will do. Live and play your part. Don't give away your heart. Don't take what the world gives you. Now is the time to live. No other time is real. Yesterday has gone, tomorrow is a guess. Today you can see and feel. No, 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 listen, tradespeople, tinkers and fishmongers. I shout to the prince, but he ignores me. If he and Sebastian can take the land of the very poor, it's only a matter of time before they take from all of us.
Yeah!
Or you just can't wait to be served by fate on a silver plate or a tray. Is the time of your life, the time of your life is today. The prince is giving a ball, the prince is giving a ball. Hear ye, a ball, and that's not all. The prince is giving a ball, the prince is giving a ball. Hear ye, his royal highness Christopher Rupert James is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. Hello, I'm talking here. Oh. Now is the time to act. He's giving a ball, other time will do. The prince is giving a ball. A ball! Now is the time to live. No other time is real. The prince is giving a ball. What? Shh! He's giving a ball. The prince is giving a ooh. His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert
Windermere, Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman, Gregory James is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a what?
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. His Majesty has this decree: to attend the ball, all one requires is an invitation and suitably fashionable attire. And the prince shall choose a woman from the ball to be his bride. That means anyone can be the queen.
The taller girl? Or will he want a stronger girl? Or will he want a taller girl?
The prince is giving a ball.
I wish I were a bolder girl. I wish I were an older girl. I wish I were an older girl.
The prince is giving a ball.
I wish a lot of things I don't wish anymore. But now I wish a lot of things I've never wished before. I wish I had, I wish I could, I wish I might, I wish I would, I wish I were invited. The Princess Royal Palace
He's giving a ball. He's giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
Now is the time to act.
We hear you, but the prince is giving a ball.
Now is the time to live.
We hear you, but His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert James is giving a ball. His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert. Christopher Rupert. Windermere, Vladimir. Slayer of dragons. Alexander. Destroyer of gargoyles. Francois Reginald. Sportsman and poet. Herman. Gregory James is giving a ball. Ha, 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 ha. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. A royal ball. He's giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
Foldy roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-faddle. All the wishes in the world are poppycock and swaddle. The prince is giving a ball.
tightening delicate Charlotte's corset.
I can taste my lunch.
We must move on to Gabrielle's hair. It is beginning to look, I fear, like a Bavarian pretzel. Cinderella! Cinderella! Cinderella. It is a most amusing name. I crack myself up. She sits by the cinders of the fire, and her name is Ella. So I call her Cinder Ella. Why don't I have any friends?
Face it, Mama, you are well versed in the art of ridicule.
I do have a certain flair for it, don't I, actual daughters? Watch and learn. Cinderella, hurry up, get dressed, get ready for the ball. You're going to find a husband.
Who am I?
Ridicule, who caught it?
I did! That's terrible!
Who can that be at this hour? Everyone clear out of here while I get rid of this imbecile. Cinderella, get that dress on Charlotte. What brand of idiot would? Why, Sebastian, what an unexpected delight.
Madame, I have but a moment, but I invite you to hang upon my every word.
Invitation accepted.
Tonight's ball shall be in masks. The prince will be wearing the white mask. What color mask will your daughter Gabrielle be wearing?
Why, pink.
Well, if the daughter is anything like the mother, the pink mask and the white mask should meet and fall in love.
Are you implying what I am inferring?
Oh, your daughter is all a part of my master plan.
You are brilliant.
You are perceptive. Tonight I shall see you at the ball. Together we shall make this so. Sorry.
Come, daughters, come. Oh, Gabrielle, my Gabrielle, just look at you. You too, Charlotte, but really look at Gabrielle. Cinderella, fetch the orange box. From Venice, a piece of glass spun to perfection, more valuable than diamonds. Each of us shall wear the tiniest bit of hand-blown Venetian glass. Allow me to place this tiny bauble around the neck of my courageous Charlotte. Allow me to place this tiny bauble around the neck of my beautiful daughter, Gabrielle. Come, two daughters that count. Finish getting ready. Who can that be? It must be good news.
Hello, Madame. Gabrielle, forgive me for interrupting your momentous evening, but for the ball tonight, I thought you might desire to take these wildflowers. I've picked them myself.
Thank you, Jean-Michel. They're so beautiful.
For the mother of the most perfect girl in all God's creation. I've picked these myself.
You are not welcome here. Get out of my house.
Ow. Would you perhaps consider...
Leave and take your simple pleasures with you.
Madame, don't be so mean. That was so nice.
No, there are plans, Gabrielle. Plans that do not include Mr. Soapbox.
But he means well. And I think he likes me.
Let me tell you about love, Miss Flowers in your hand and dreams in your head. I married your father for love. He died, and I cried. Then I married Cinderella's father for money. He died. I got a house. Cuckoo! 7:30, ball preparations, double time. Cinderella, my shoes. Charlotte, powder your sister's face.
I can't see.
Venetian glass.
I'm hungry.
Gabrielle, feed the baby. Expensive bracelet, necklace, hair. Then the prince we shall ensnare.
Then the prince we shall ensnare.
Are we worthy?
Yes.
To the carriage. The crown is ours to lose. Posture.
flowers in the bouquet was a wild rose. Its thorn has scratched my lip. Yes, I'm bleeding. I should walk up to the prince, scratch his lip,
Oh, now.
make him drink lemonade. Oh, it will sting.
Now that's just cruel.
Enough of taking things as they are. Now is the time for us to march to the palace and finally get the prince to listen to us instead of having his fancy ball.
Yes, you should do that. You should march up to him and talk to him.
He'll never listen to me. He uses his castle to hide from the truth. Him speaking to me will never happen. The only thing funnier is you going to the ball. Why don't you just ask him when he's going to start noticing that the people are being evicted from their land? That's absurd. Oh my gosh, I crack myself up sometimes.
Ooh, Jean-Michel! I could go to the prince and he might listen to me. And if I had a ball gown, I think I might look sort of nice. I am in the royal palace of all places when I meet the finest prince you've ever seen. And the color on my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. I am coy and flirtatious when alone with the prince. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little.
Roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-faddle. All the wishes in the world are poppycock and twaddle.
Crazy Marie, are you mocking me with your gibberish?
Yes, foldy-roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-foodle. All the dreamers in the world are dizzy in the noodle.
So what if I do have a dream to see the prince again? To tell him what life in his kingdom is really like and what it could be.
Exactly, and then to have him fall in love with you.
No one will fall in love with me. Why do you come to visit me tonight?
I just knew I would find you in the same little chair, in the pale pink mist of a foolish dream.
I am being foolish.
Then be foolish with me. What would you dream of?
An invitation to the ball, I guess.
Right here. There's an invitation.
Oh, what? But it's torn.
Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Just go. Now, what else would you dream of?
A white gown, I imagine. Oh, a beautiful white gown sewn up with pearls and jewels and a tiara of diamonds.
And on your feet?
Why, the most beautiful grosgrain pumps I'd imagine.
No, better. The Venetian glass that your stepmother so loves in her trinkets and baubles. An entire pair of shoes made only of Venetian glass.
Oh, how silly. I'd be the envy of all. But how would I get to the ball?
Well, that pumpkin over there?
Yes.
I will turn it into a gorgeous carriage.
And horses.
Those mice trapped in that cage?
And a fox as a footman and a raccoon as a driver. Oh, Marie, you are crazy. Why, in order to do that, you'd have to be a fairy godmother. Marie, you are a crazy woman. What are you doing in that beautiful gown?
You'd be surprised how many beautiful gowns have crazy women in them.
Are you really my fairy godmother?
But of course, my child. Actually, I'm everyone's fairy godmother. But you are the only one that's given me charity, generosity, and kindness. And now I will make all the dreams we joked about come true.
But that's so improbable. Implausible.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a gorgeous carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such folderol and ability, of course, is impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
Impossible.
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 Impossible. But if you could be a beggar woman not 5 minutes ago, and now you are my fairy godmother, then anything is possible, right?
I suppose so.
You could change it all. You could make it all happen.
No, but you could change it. You could make it all happen.
Never. I couldn't.
You're right. It's also impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a gorgeous carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such folderol and ability, of course, is impossible.
But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. The most beautiful gown in all the land.
And as promised in our laughter, glass slippers. But Cinderella, I must tell you, all of this magic is very powerful, but it will end at midnight tonight. Now go to the ball. In the name of every girl who has ever wished to go to a ball in a beautiful dress. In the name of every girl who has ever wanted to change the world she lived in. Go with the promise of possibility.
possible, it's possible, it's possible, it's possible, it's possible, it's possible.
Sebastian, honest, only 200 women to go. Which one is who?
Duh, the prince. I mean, come on, what do you think I'm here for? The free food?
I don't know, a good time, a dance perhaps?
Wrong answer. I got marrying royalty on my mind. So, which one is he here?
I don't know, maybe he's me.
Not likely. You're no prince, you're ordinary.
All right, and what makes you think I'm so ordinary?
We're doing the gavotte and you can't even keep the beat. When we get to the waltz, you're gonna trip over your 2 left feet and land on your flat little bottom. End of discussion.
Hope to talk to you later.
I've moved on.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Lovely dance, isn't it? I hope my dancing is all right.
Oh, your dancing is just princely. Oops, I let that one slip out.
Oh, so you know.
I would know a wise and handsome prince anywhere.
Well, the last girl did not know.
You're kidding! Well, thanks for the heads up! Oh!
I think she does now.
Well,
So?
tell me about yourself.
Well, what would it please you to know, Your Highness?
I don't know, what are your interests?
Why, whatever your interests are, Your Highness.
Okay, creepy.
Your Majestic Highness! Just because I was playing hard to get doesn't mean I'm hard to get.
Okay, really creepy. All right, Sebastian, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
It's the prince!
Oh, gosh! I guess that's why would you do that? Well, they weren't cutting it. Girls will be your bride. Well, there's 200 more, right? I'm sorry, none of them are.
You have to look much more.
I'm
It's
trying.
all about playing
Look, I'm
the game.
trying my best. Besides, I'm spending the rest of my life with this woman. The least thing that could happen is
Such a big making a big deal. I'm so sad.
It's time to play ridicule. Everyone, take sides.
Whoa, wait, what happened to the nice girl?
Ignore her. We're playing ridicule. You get to be the judge. 2 circles spin, and when the music stops, 2 players try to out ridicule one another. Let's find you a bride. Bum diddy bum 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 diddy bum bum. 1 and 2 and 3.
Oh, but my dear, I do love that dress. No matter how many times I see it. I mean, I remember when the dress was first in fashion. When I was a young girl. Please do not speak of your childhood, as I have not brought along a copy of the Old Testament to follow along.
What do you even call that?
Well, it's awfully sophisticated.
Well, it seems more like cruelty.
Sophisticated cruelty. There's a slight difference there. I keep forgetting what it is.
I'm not quite sure I...
And here we have another round at the ready. Bum diddy bum 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 diddy bum bum. 1 and 2 and 3.
Age before beauty. You first, dear.
You have such a beautiful speaking voice. Have you ever considered reciting poetry?
Say it. What? Do it. What? The anticipation is killing me. Do the ridicule. Why do you say that?
No reason. I just really like your speaking voice, and I think you would sound really wonderful reciting a poem. Oh, and I also love your shawl. It's a beautiful color for you.
Why are you doing this to me?
What is this bewitchery you practice?
It's just kindness.
Kindness? What is kindness?
Oh, yes, kindness. It's practiced now in all the great courts. Ridicule isn't done anywhere anymore. It's all kindness now, even in the French courts.
Kindness.
Yes, you know, compassion.
Who are you, you strange woman?
I don't know who she is, but she is very, very wealthy indeed. And did you see her feet? Shoes made of Venetian glass. My resentment is all-consuming.
Kindness, you must all try it.
No, thank you.
I'll be the first. Kindness. Isn't it wonderful to have such a wonderful young lady such as yourself on our court?
Oh, thank you. And it's an honor to be at this wonderful party you are throwing.
It's like every time they speak, a part of me dies.
This room is filled with some of the loveliest women I have ever seen.
Oh, I just saw they have vanilla cake on the buffet. Oh, I love vanilla cake. Thank you to whoever made it. This court is alive with laughter and warmth.
It's like it was during the reign of Prince Topher's parents.
May his reign be a continuation of theirs.
Those were glorious days.
But so are these.
Look at all these magnificent guests.
Thank you. You are so kind. You make me wish that I were a better person. There's something somewhat familiar about you. I wonder what that could be.
I admire how you've changed everything around you, and yet I'm so comfortable with you. I feel as if I've met you before. 10 minutes ago I met you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling. The room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to fling out my arms and ring out the bells and to sing out the news. I have found her, she's an angel with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I'm sorry to be so effusive. I've just met you. I'm not normally this way with somebody I've just met. It's just events like these, I feel like, what am I doing here?
Oh, I feel the same.
Like such a phony.
So do I.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Prince.
Topher, short for Christopher, yes. I know.
Have we met before?
Yes, and we are seeing each other for the first time right now. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to bring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found him, I have found him. In the arms of my love I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen, and I like it so well that for all I can tell I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
What? But you just got here.
I don't want to, but I must.
But please don't go.
Prince Topher, you need to open your eyes to what's happening in your kingdom. The poor are having their land taken from them. You must help them. You must.
I don't think that's kind. How can you say that's kindness?
This is all so wonderful. You are so wonderful, but I have to go.
But wait, come back! Your Highness! Your Highness!
Charlotte, Gabrielle!
Someone, guards, anybody! But I don't even know your name! But wait, I don't know your name. Sebastian, the girl, she left in a white carriage, and we gotta go after her.
Breathe, sire.
I'm out of
breathe.
breath, Sebastian. The girl, she left her. Are we gonna go after her?
Go after...
The girl?
The girl. No.
You're useless.
Madame, we will take your carriage.
Oh, but we haven't the room.
Oh, then leave one of your daughters behind then.
After her, she's the one.
Oh.
But... What just happened? Seriously, what just happened? Seriously! Why would a fellow want a girl like her? A frail and fluffy beauty. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a fluted kind of charm, and with very little trouble I could break her little arm. Why would a fellow want a girl like her? So obviously unusual. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a usual girl like me? Her cheeks are pretty shade of pink, but not any pinker than a rose's. Her skin's maybe delicate and soft, but not any softer than a dose's. Her neck is no whiter than a swan. She's only as dainty as a daisy. She's only as graceful as a bird. So why is the fellow going crazy? Well, why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can't the fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
Where is now falling from the sky?
Girl, it's past you. Left in a white carriage. We have to go after her. Please, keep an eye out.
Yes, he's witty, so disarming, and I really like the way he holds a room. Clever, cunning, ever charming. How do I make him see I'm special? Aww, it's a pity. It's a pity. I'm as pretty. I'm as pretty. Plus I've got the patience of a perfect saint. So I'm waiting, always waiting. Nevertheless, I am a mess. Loosen my dress. Help me, I'm starting to fit. Why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who is dizzy. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a high-strung girl like me? Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink. What's the matter with but not any pinker than a rose's. Her skin may be delicate and soft, but not any softer than a dose's. Her neck is no whiter than a swan. She's only as dainty as a daisy. She's only as graceful as a bird. So why is the fellow going crazy? Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lovely. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? She's the matter, let me at her! What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
Your Majesty.
Lord Pinkleton, where is she?
There are reports along the eastern road of a white carriage.
10 minutes ago, I met her.
Your Majesty, we saw the carriage.
And this I cannot explain, but simply disappeared into the mist.
Impossible, I know.
Impossible. Well, then we shall do the impossible. 10 minutes ago, we were dancing in the palace of all places, and her gown was like a cloud of snowy white. How the moonlight shone its beams upon our faces, till she vanished like a phantom in the night. I just know I will find you. You're the girl of my dreams, and the thrill is more than my heart can bear.
Look, a carriage.
That's it, that's the one, after her!
He was tall, very tall, and his eyes were clear and blue. He was slim, very slim, in his coat a snowy hue. When he walked across the ballroom floor, he was like a thing divine. And all the ladies turned their heads, and naturally I turned mine. The chandeliers were shooting stars, the drums and horns and soft guitars were sounding more like nightingales. The window curtains blew like sails, and I was floating just above the floor, feeling slightly taller than before. He was tall, very tall.
When I left this house in my carriage, I was quite convinced my daughter would be queen, and I wouldn't have to come back here to this. And now, well, I'm back here to this.
Oh, was the ball a disappointment, madame?
The prince, despite his being well-born and raised with great care by our Lord Protector, showed the most appalling manners, appalling. He spent the entire evening talking and dancing with some little nobody.
Oh, and how did Gabrielle and Charlotte take that?
The prince has fallen head over heels for someone else. If he keeps us up, I may not want to go out with him.
What was going on in His Royal Highness's thick skull?
The way he looked at her, with respect. I hope no man ever looks at me that way.
If the woman had any morality or sense of what's right in the world, she would not have appeared at the ball at all.
But can you imagine how she must have felt arriving to the ball to meet the man of her dreams?
I cannot, for my mind has no place for the puerile or rank.
I can imagine it, I think.
I can imagine it.
I can imagine it. And I have no imagination.
When you're driving through the moonlight on the highway, when you're driving through the moonlight to the dance, you are breathless with the wild anticipation of adventure and excitement and romance. Then at last you see the towers of the palace, silhouetted on the sky above the park, and below them is a row of lighted windows, like a lovely diamond necklace in the dark.
It looks that way, the way you say.
She talks as if she knows.
I do not know these things are so. I only just suppose. I suppose that when you come into the ballroom and the room itself is floating in the air, if you're suddenly confronted by His Highness, you are frozen like a statue on the stair. You're afraid he'll hear the way your heart is beating, and you know you mustn't make the first advance. You are seriously thinking of retreating when you seem to hear him asking you to dance. You make a bow, a timid bow, and shyly answer yes.
Oh, would you know these things also?
I do no more than guess.
You can guess till you're blue in the face, but you can't even picture such a man. He is more than a prince.
But sisters, I really think I can.
Can what?
I think that I can picture such a man.
He is
can imagine it.
I can imagine it too. The squinting of my sinus condition is me imagining it.
I am throwing caution to the wind. I am imagining it as well.
Oh, and I imagine what that girl would be feeling when dancing with the prince. A lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in a hazy heaven trap all above you while he's whispering, darling, I love you. You say goodbye, away you fly, but on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.
Charlotte, play the pianoforte.
Okay, but it's not gonna be good. A lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in a hazy heaven tremble above you while he is whispering,
Darling, I love you.
you say goodbye, away you fly, but on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night. The stars in a hazy heaven tremble above you while he is whispering, darling, I love you. You say goodbye, away you fly, but on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, 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 lovely night.
Isn't it wonderful how the needy just keep on going? Get up, put away whatever you call it. The only thing I have to comfort me after this disastrous evening is that the prince seemed so completely devastated when his dream date ran away.
Oh, it was hilarious. The powder room was full of yammering. Why did the girl run away? My feeling is that up close she is physically unappealing.
To bed, lovely daughters. Cinderella, stay here and clean up this pigsty of a parlor. Why is there a pumpkin on the table? It makes no design sense.
Is there anything else you would like to know about the ball, Ella?
No, it sounds like a really marvelous ball. I only wish I could have been there.
How did you know all that happened earlier this evening?
Oh, I just supposed it. Imagined it, had a vision.
Interesting. Quick, how many fingers?
2.
3. Fascinating. Where are your visions now?
You're being silly. You're just picking on me because I said the prince was wearing a white jacket.
You didn't, and he was. Something is going on here.
You're being absurd. More than usual. I need to finish up, and...
Here, let me help you with that. Your hands are so calloused and rough from work, just like the hands of the woman who I shook this evening, who danced with the prince. It was you tonight, wasn't it?
I don't know what
It was you. How did you dance in the glass shoes?
You won't tell the others, will you? Madame and Charlotte.
No, never.
Are you mad that I stole the prince from you?
I have to confess something to you. I never loved the prince, or even liked him. There's somebody else that I want.
Oh, how wonderful for you. Who is it?
Well, Madame hates him.
Madame hating him doesn't narrow the field. Who is it?
If I promise to keep your secret of the prince, will you keep my secret of my forbidden love?
I can, and I will.
It's Jean-Michel, the firebrand.
Oh, he is a good man, and seems angry for all the right reasons.
He wants to change the world and make it a better place. You gotta love a guy like that.
Oh, and you may one day win Jean-Michel. But I will never win Prince Topher. If he saw me as I truly am, he'd have no interest in me.
That's not true. He would love you for who you are.
Oh, I don't see how.
Well, if Madame ever saw me with Jean-Michel, why, I'd shudder to think what she might do. Are you sure you can keep my secret?
I can. And you can keep mine. We shall have a secret. That will make us
co-conspirators.
Friends.
Sisters.
May we both find our loves
and our lives. The stars in the hazy heaven tremble above you.
Dance when he promised always to love me.
The day came through.
Away I flew, but on my lips he left a kiss.
All my life I'll dream of this
lovely night.
I wake in the loneliness of sunrise as the deep purple heaven turns blue, and I start to pray as I pray each day that I'll hear some word from you. Why in the loneliness of evening, looking out on a silver flake sea, and ask the moon, oh how soon will my love come home to me? I have found her.
Honestly, sire, 3 nights in a row you search, and here it is 4 o'clock in the morning. It's as if you are testing my good nature. A second, that moment, that woman in white ran off. You don't want to dance with any of the other girls. And now we can all imply that she has a police record.
Sebastian, are there poor people in my kingdom who are having their land taken from them?
If there were, I would tell you.
Do they need our help?
Everyone donated joyfully. Ignore this talk. Where did you hear it?
The girl.
I'm not sure that she is to be trusted. Come back to the castle. The work is piling up.
No. Something isn't right.
As you say, the ring, sire.
Of course, the ring. What are you stamping this time?
Nothing to trouble your pretty little head.
Let me read it.
Sire, I should explain before
I will read this. On my own.
Your Majestic Highness, if you allow me to draw up some coverage for
I
you,
am reading this now. Thank you.
But
Thank you, Sebastian. That will be all. I will ask you if I have any questions. Oh, no. Sebastian.
Sire, I can explain!
How could you do this in my name?
I am maintaining this life for you without my watchful eye. You'd be a pauper, would you like that?
I want to talk to that girl, the one who talked to me at the ball. I want to talk to that girl.
A troublemaker!
We're having another ball, a banquet, and she will come to that.
This is lunacy. She won't show.
She will come. We are having another banquet, and you are inviting everybody in the kingdom tonight.
Don't forget who you're talking to.
And do not forget who you are talking to, Sebastian. We are having a banquet.
She won't show. You don't even know her name. And if she really thought you were worthy of all her high ideals, she would have stayed, wouldn't she?
A banquet.
The prince is looking dreamy-eyed, he has since giving the ball. And still he wants to find his bride, the one he lost at the ball. So spread the word throughout the land, the prince is throwing a banquet. It is his wish that the girl he met at the ball will attend, and for the rest of us, what can I say? There's going to be a ham! Read it back to me. And of course, I would still like to keep an eye out on what women are there. I'm not losing control this time. Spread the word!
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert James is giving
A banquet tonight! Invitation only!
A banquet tonight? Cinderella, where are you? Cinderella, where can you be?
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, dopey and dreamy-eyed, can't find his lady, hoping to see her, asking where is she?
Cinderella, where is she?
Gregory James is giving
A banquet. Why does the prince do this? 2 significant social events in 1 week. It seems cruelty beyond measure. Of course, I've never looked lovelier. But my physical perfection comes at a price. Gloves, that's what it was. Cinderella, where are the gloves?
Coming, madame?
Ella, quick, over here. Don't tell Madame you have the gloves quite yet. Yes, I know she'll be abusive later, but this shall be worth it. I'm going to tell Madame that I'm sick.
Oh, would you like some?
I am not really sick. I'm pretending. It's like when Charlotte was in school, I would pretend to be sick to get out of things she didn't like the 3rd and 4th grades. I'm going to be sick as we are leaving for the carriage, and then Madame and Charlotte will leave without me, and I will go to change. To meet my secret crush, Jean-Michel. I'm taking him up on his offer to help at a soup kitchen.
Oh, a soup kitchen.
You heard me. I get to ladle. And guess what will happen to this beautiful dress and invitation? I shall loan them both to you, and you will go in my stead and meet the prince and fall in love and get married and exact revenge on Madame. And try to keep Jean-Michel out of the stockade. Tra-la, tra-la, the way my mind works.
Cinderella, I can't find my gloves!
And don't worry about Madame. She never notices anything that isn't her anyways.
Your gloves are right here, madame. Why did you not tell me you had the gloves, you foolish child? Charlotte, make haste, child, and those shoes are delicate and dainty.
My feet burn with the heat of 100 suns.
To the carriage, daughters.
Oh, Madame, my stomach. I must have eaten something that disagrees with me.
No, 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 I can't let this prevent me from going to the banquet tonight.
Oh, no. You go. Let Charlotte meet the prince and fall in love and get married. Go. Let Charlotte
I shall do this battle with only half of my troops. Cinderella, fetch the physician. If Gabrielle feels better, send her to the castle immediately. Gabrielle, get better. I insist on it. Keep your invitation.
Thank you, Madame. I'll come if I feel any
Not on the dress! Charlotte, the carriage awaits.
Quick, I'll go get change. You knock on the door.
It knocked back.
Then open it.
Hello,
Why, hello, Jean-Michel.
I'm sick of hiding in the shadows like a fearful person.
Would you rather see Madame?
Hiding is nice, actually.
How are you this evening?
I'm going out with Gabrielle, and I'm wound up like a tick. Tonight, she and I will be going to the greengrocer to beg him for whatever scraps he might have. Then, we shall slave over a hot stove and serve a meal to the very poor. I do hope she's not expecting that much fun every night.
Good evening, Jean-Michel.
Good evening, Gabrielle. I much prefer you in this simple attire. You no longer look like a carnival attraction.
You speak such kind words to me all the day long. And what of the soup kitchen this evening?
Our first responsibility is with the poor. Then we shall march to the palace steps, and I shall speak with the prince. We only have one thing to worry about.
What's that?
That he'll even speak to me.
Well, Ella might be able to help. You know, she talked to the prince.
Hold on, what? Ella talked to the prince.
She went to the ball and talked with him about the kingdom and how to make it a better place. And tonight, she's going to the banquet.
The world is upside down. But do you know what this means? If she really talked to the prince, then I could talk to him, and he'd be open to my suggestions. What do you call this feeling I have?
Optimism?
Optimism. I have to try this more often.
You can march up to the prince and talk to him.
I can march up to the prince and talk to him.
You can be a leader.
I can be a leader.
You can be my boyfriend.
I could be, whoa, left turn. What are you doing? This looks very counter-revolutionary.
I like the man who wants to change the world, but I also like the man who brought me flowers.
Who brought you flowers? Oh, wait, I did that. No, I couldn't.
You just said so. Optimism.
Optimism?
Let yourself go.
Wait, I could be your boyfriend?
Yes!
Yes! Am I your boyfriend?
Yes!
Yes!
So that's how it is! My own daughter, my flesh and blood deceiving me with someone so decidedly unsuitable. I had plans for you, Gabrielle. I had created a life for you, and this is how you show your gratitude? How dare you do that to me?
I'm all dressed up and ready for court. How do I look?
And you think you could go to court? I never loved your father, I just wanted his money. You've been nothing but a nuisance to me since the day he died. You think you can wear a beautiful gown? You think that is acceptable? You should be in rags! Worn out rags, that's all you deserve!
No, Mother, stop!
You, Gabrielle, get out of my house! You are no longer welcome here! To the devil with you! I'll decide what to do with you later. Why did you have to make me doubt myself? I was doing so well.
Everything is ruined.
Hurry, the prince needs you. He wants you.
No, I can't.
Why do you think he's having the second event tonight? To try to find you.
Every time I take a step forward, Madame pushes me back. The prince would never want me if he saw me like this. I can't keep fighting.
If you have a dream, then very soon thereafter you're going to have to fight for it. Why otherwise, how would you know the dream is yours?
But my life...
Exactly, it is your life. Beyond the voice that keeps insisting no, there is something more than doubting, breaking through the darkness, something that sets you aglow. Someone wants you, you know who. Now you're living, there's music in you. Now you're hearing something new. Someone playing the music in you. Now you're living, you know why. Now there's nothing you won't try. Move a mountain, light the sky, make a wish come true. There's music in you.
But I can't go to the banquet. My clothing is in tatters. It's all I have.
Yes, perhaps we need more tatters. More rags, rags, rags.
But-
Rags, rags, rags. Tatters and shatters and bags make the new from old. Tatters that matter and rags spin them into gold. Now place these rags in your bag and remember, the magic is gone at midnight.
Yes, the magic is gone at midnight. Is there anything else?
Well, the glass slippers are already upon your feet, and, oh yes, this book that Jean-Michel gave you about the world. Now, you only have the entire world to help you. Now you can go wherever you want to go. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Now you can be whatever you want to be. And love is the song you will sing your whole life through. A mountain, light the sky, make a wish come true. There is music in you.
Dinner is served.
This is still an option.
Your Majestic Highness, I believe all the guests have arrived. It's time to begin the banquet.
I'm waiting for her. She has to come.
Very well, sire. But be warned that this is a pack of gossips. I'd hurry along if I were you.
Prince Topher!
You came.
I'm sorry I'm late. I'm so glad.
I knew if I had a banquet you would come.
And I'm sorry I ran away before.
And you're even more beautiful than I remembered.
Did you really have this banquet just for me?
I would have 100 banquets to find you.
Really? And the thing about me being more beautiful than you remember.
Yes, I swear it.
Wow. What do you know about that?
Well, I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about what you said about those poor people having their land taken from them. The court tells me I should ignore such talk, but...
But you know that if you're going to be king, you have to pay attention to what others tell you to ignore.
I know. And I want to be able to meet all of my people, not just the ones Sebastian lets me see, but I don't know how to. It's impossible.
Oh, it's going to be more possible than you can even imagine. My friend Jean-Michel and my sister Gabrielle are on their way here now with some of your people.
But if everything you say is true, wouldn't they be angry at me?
I think if you can do battle with a giant or a dragon, you can handle someone who just wants to talk.
Okay, you're good.
Just be yourself. They'll see the man that I see. Oh, they're coming!
Wait, what's your name?
Just trust me, because I am your one true friend. Friends, come meet Prince Topher. Just don't say my name.
I won't say your name. I won't even ask about the gold dress.
Are you all right?
Yes. Jean-Michel is a wonderful man with lots of great ideas.
It's nice to meet you.
And this is my sister, Gabrielle.
A pleasure.
This is Yvonne and her baby.
Oh, I can see the resemblance.
And this is Sam.
It's an honor to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you.
Hey, this prince is all right.
Oh, I'm holding a baby.
You can talk to him like a real person.
Prince Topher, Jean-Michel has something he'd like to say to you.
No, these people have had their homes and land taken from them. I've said it before, but now I know what it is to have someone you love lose their home. We need to have our voices heard. Or you just can't wait to be served by fate on a silver plate or a tray. Now is the time of your life, the time of your life is today.
Yes, I see, and believe me, I too know what it's like to be overlooked. And I want to help you, but how?
Foldy-roll and fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-faddle-dee-fumble. All the dreams in all the world go oops, and out they tumble.
Oh, of course, it's here.
What's here?
Oh, do you know it?
Yes, I read it at university.
Look, chapter 2.
Chapter 2, of
Chapter
course.
2? I didn't get that far.
Chapter 2, how could I have forgotten? People, I think I'm developing a plan.
I knew you would.
Long live Prince Topher!
Yeah! Our future king! Yeah!
Prince Topher! What are you doing surrounded by these ragamuffins?
Sebastian, you said that nobody needed my help. What do you call these people?
From their attire, I assume artists? We demand to have our voices heard.
Yeah!
A beheading would not be out of place here.
No, he's right. I think I have a plan. It's all in this book. In 1 month, let's all have an election, a vote, for a new position that I will create, the post of Prime Minister, someone who will counsel me. I nominate this man, Sebastian.
Wonderful choice.
Well, I am unworthy, sire.
And I also nominate this man, Jean-Michel.
What?
Let the people decide. The way things are or the way things could be. And everybody, rich or poor, only gets one vote. And I think I know who I am now.
Oh, you're smiling. I've seen you smile before, but never like that.
Well, I know the king that I can be. Just, fair, kind-hearted. I found myself and you showed me the way.
You seem so sure of yourself, so sure of everything.
I feel like I can answer any question that gets thrown at me.
You can.
With you I can, but there's one I don't have the answer for. Do I love you because you're beautiful, or are you beautiful because I love you? Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful, or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream, or are you really as wonderful as you seem?
Am I making believe I see in you a man too perfect to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful, or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream, or are you really as wonderful as you seem?
I feel like we could really make a difference in the world, you and I.
To the banquet?
To the banquet.
What time is it?
Midnight? Why?
Oh, I have to go.
Oh, not again.
I have to.
Why? Why do you have to leave?
If you knew who I really was, you'd never want me.
It's not true.
I have to go.
Wait, come back. What? Wait a second.
Hear ye! Hear ye! 8 o'clock and all is well. A great day in the kingdom. In 1 month will be our first re-election for Prime Minister of the land. Our candidates are our current Lord Protector, Sebastian, and Jean-Michel. But tomorrow, all women come to the palace and try on the glass slipper. Whoever fits it shall be married to the prince. This is the biggest news cycle I've ever shouted. I'll be back at 11 with local weather and sports. Hear ye. The prince intends to search until he finds the girl who fits the bill. Well, not the bill, the shoe, I mean a shoe to fit a queen. The shoe does not fit. The shoe does not fit.
Well, if the shoe is made of glass, it can only fit one person. I mean, that's why she left it, right?
How goes it? So far! No luck!
Now, when you try on the shoe, make eye contact with His Highness. For our family, you shall try the shoe on first.
Don't you mean only? No one has seen Cinderella since you yelled at her 2 nights ago, and you got rid of Gabrielle because she likes that guy that might be your new prime minister. Wow, good call there.
I don't don't know what is going on in this world anymore. Everything I felt was holy and true is trash. That which meant nothing to me now appears to mean everything.
Here goes nothing. Me again, hey!
Gabrielle! There you are! I've just decided if I become Prime Minister, I'm gonna marry you.
Wow, the stakes are really piling up!
It does not fit.
Of course it doesn't fit. I'm not the girl the prince has fallen in love with. None of us are that girl.
Is that the last eligible lady in the kingdom?
She appears to be, yes.
I told you she wouldn't come. Can we end the charade?
Has everybody truly tried on the slipper?
I haven't tried on the slipper.
Everything has led you to this moment, Ella. Now you have one thing to believe in. Yourself. All the dreamers in the world are dizzy in the noodle.
Go on, make yourself ridiculous. Try on the slipper.
It's too rich. You can do it.
That's my sister.
Have we met before?
Yes, and we are seeing each other for the first time right now.
The shoe fits!
It was you. You who danced with me and showed me my own kingdom and gave me water that day I was thirsty. Please don't leave me again. I don't know what I would do.
It was you? We both know how horribly I've treated you since your father's death. It is beyond reason to expect some of your famous kindness. I am unworthy.
Madame, you have treated me very poorly indeed. But I say now to you the 3 kindest words I know. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Do you think that includes me?
For you, it probably involves several hours of community service.
So, do you think you could tell me your name?
Cinderella.
Cinderella, it's beautiful.
It's a name I once hated, but starting today I'll keep. So that from now on, when anyone thinks anything is impossible, they'll say my name and no better.
Cinderella, I love you so much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, well, is marriage still on the table?
Oh, yes. I mean, yes, of course. I mean, you have to marry me. I mean, will you marry me? The ring is stuck. Take this one. Cinderella, will you marry me?
Yes, my handsome prince. I will marry you. In the arms of my love.
In the arms of my love, I'm flying. And I like it so well.
Yellow, and the sky is a robin's egg blue. It makes you wish when you fall asleep you will dream about the view. Bizarre and improbable and crazy as a page from the fairy tale books. It makes you wish that the world could be a
can hear in the earth and down from the sky. What a lucky girl, what a lucky guy. What a girl, what a girl. Now you're living, there's music in you.
Now you can go wherever you want to go. Now you can do whatever you want to do. Now you can be whatever you want to be. And love is a song you sing for your whole life.
Move a mountain, guard the sky, make a wish come true. There is music.
I'm good.